welcome back to the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. Today we are going to have a look at the Lenten Rose Mini Slimline. And by the way, hi, it's Erica. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Now I had an idea of embossing this on watercolor cardstock. So I consulted my little handbook because I can never remember this anyway. So I always check before I do something new with my die cutting machine because I don't want to break it. So I'm layering up my sandwich here to do some dry embossing, and then I'm going to run that through my machine. And with that all done, let's have a look at that luscious texture. I mean, you're gonna love this. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous? And this is watercolor cardstock because I had the idea of adding some color to that with the Karin Markers. So I thought while I have my die cutting machine out, I'm just going to do another one as well because I had two ideas. So this is just Copic friendly cardstock. So I've tried to make sure that like all the pieces are staying in one spot because I'm going to color these in and then I'm going to layer another one on top. So we're just going to clean this up a little bit and then we're going to get our coloring on. So I'm going to be using the luscious Karin Markers. Now, here is a little tip that I saw on the Karin Marker website or the Instagram, is that you just fold the lid and it actually creates this like holder of the marker boxes. How cool is that? I mean, just a little top tip from Karin Marker themselves. So that I thought was super clever because I do like having them like so that I can see what they actually look like. And with this coloring, I wanted it to be kind of quite soft. So I have scribbled a little bit of probably cerise, I'm going to say cerise because I love that color, onto an acrylic block. And then I'm picking that up with a watercolor brush. So we're just going to spread this out and kind of go, I don't want to say loosey-goosey, but just kind of, it's not going to be like, we're not going to go into detail and adding lots and lots of detail and stuff. We're just going to basically get that color on, add a little bit more here, add a little bit less there, spread out with water here and there, and just kind of, you know, see what we can get to. So the nice way of doing this is that, you know, you get a really soft look if you want to, and then if you want full on vibrancy, you just add your marker directly to the paper. These markers really are amazing. I love them, really love them. Now in the middle, we're going to add a little bit of yellow and a little bit of orange, and we're just going to kind of like dibble dabble that on. No sort of like super duper attention to detail, anything like that. Just dibble dabble that on. And then we're going to go a little bit turquoisey, kind of minty almost for the middle bits or like the leafy bits. And this is more to get that kind of like tropical feel. And this is what it looks like when it's almost dry. So and then while that was drying, I cut out another piece of white cardstock, and we're gonna add this right on top to kind of, you know, make it look a little bit tidier. So this is why you don't have to worry too much about like where your color goes when you're coloring. You don't have to worry about it sticking like exactly to the pieces because we're gonna cover that up anyway. So now we're gonna move on to our Copic one. So, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our darkest colors around the kind of the middle of the flower. So you don't have to worry too much about like getting a really good blend. So I'm just gonna do this part slightly slower, and then we're gonna speed this up to get this whole thing covered. So you're starting with your darkest color, and then you go your next lightest color, next lightest, until you get to, well, depending on how many markers you use as well. Then I decided to add on top of this a fuchsia color as well, just to kind of see what that looked like. And it was kind of cool, but it did kind of go a little bit too samey color. So I decided to try and make some of them a little bit different so that it's not, again, all the same. But I mean, this is entirely up to you how you color this. Now with this one, you really do not have to worry at all whether you get a bit of color in the wrong spot, because we're going to cover all that up later on. But like you see here, I'm going slightly darker, like really dark now, and then we're going to go with some other colors. And I did have to like refill my Copic marker here, but you know, it happens. So I should have done that before really, but yeah, you live and learn, I want to say, but do I? Nah, not really. But keeping it real at all times, for sure. So once you have finished coloring all of your flowers, or your petals really, then what we're going to do is we are going to take a black frame and put this on top to make it super dramatic. Now, you should definitely listen to what I say rather than, you know, do as I do, because I know I say different in different videos, but here I forgot to color in the middle of the flowers, and I also kind of made it really difficult for myself by not separating the pieces that go around the flowers and keeping those, because I ended up spending a lot of time sifting through the bits and pieces that were supposed to go in those pieces, in those bits. But I have finished these two cards off slightly different, so with a lot of bling, of course, and a couple of foiled sentiments. Now for the middles, so for these ones, I have used the stunning Mystic Topaz gems, and these are stunning, 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 stunning. I know I've used that word many, many times now, but it is such a fantastic mix. On this card, I did the opposite. So instead of using or putting the gems in the middle, I put it onto like the green pieces. And this is also a birthday card. So these ones are called Celeste Green, and they are, again, I wouldn't say these are green. They're more kind of like a turquoisey ocean green, I guess you could say. Maybe, yeah. But they are fantastic. Another one of my top favorites from this one. And now here you can see what I mean here, what like when I say they pick up like the different colors. So they kind of like, they're iridescent, but they're shimmer, and you get so many different colors from one gem. It's amazing. Love, love, love them. But that is 2 cards done with different coloring mediums and finished off in different ways, and you get such different results. And I love having my craft stuff, you know, stretch so that you can get many, many different looks and use them in different ways. So that is it from me for today. I really hope you have enjoyed this and will consider adding the Lenten Rose Mini Slimline to your stash. But yeah, I will see you soon again. Bye!